Okay, so we're going to dive into the story of one of the original seven wonders of the ancient world. Now, I want you to just picture a building so huge, so beautiful, that people thought it was the absolute peak of what humans could create. For centuries, it literally left people speechless. And then, poof, it was just gone. And this is what's left. Seriously. One lonely column standing in a field. So the big question is, how on earth does a legend made of stone and marble, a true wonder of the world, end up as, well, basically a ghost? Let's dig in and find out. All right, our story really kicks off with this one pillar. It's in the ancient city of Ephesus, which is in modern-day Turkey. And this thing isn't just a piece of a ruin. Oh no! It's like the last witness to a story of absolutely incredible creation and just as incredible destruction. It's kind of like trying to imagine a whole skyscraper by just looking at one single brick. That's really the challenge here. This lonely column is all that's left on the actual site. It's a silent reminder of something just huge that's been completely lost to time. So to really get what was lost, we've got to jump in our mental time machine and go way back to when this place was at its peak. Let's see what made the Temple of Artemis, people also called it the Artemision, such a big deal. Now, this was way more than just a building. Think of it as the secret heart of a super powerful city. It was dedicated to Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt and all that, and people, pilgrims, came from all over the known world just to see it. It was a huge symbol of how wealthy and powerful Ephesus was, which made it one of the most important places around, period. And the scale, the scale was just breathtaking. Ancient writers said the temple was held up by a literal forest of marble. So how big was this forest? Well, it was made of 127 massive columns. That number, that's almost unheard of for one building back then. And these weren't just any old pillars, right? Each one shot up 18 meters. That's about 60 feet into the air. To put that in perspective, that's like a modern six-story building. Now just try to picture 127 of those, a whole shimmering forest carved out of polished marble. It's wild. But look, the temple's fame wasn't just about being huge. Not at all. It was a total artistic masterpiece. We're talking stunning sculptures and carvings everywhere, all done by the rock stars of the art world at the time. It was this perfect mix of insane engineering and jaw-dropping beauty. Okay, but here's where the story takes a really dark and dramatic turn. See, this incredible building, it didn't just have one life. Its entire history is this crazy, violent cycle of being destroyed and then being reborn over and over again. So this place had a rough history right from the get-go. Not long after it was first built, boom, it gets wiped out by a flood. But the people of Ephesus, they just rebuilt it. Then in 356 BC, someone intentionally burned the whole thing to the ground. And in this amazing show of, well, resilience, they built it again. And this time, they made it even bigger. But sadly, in 268 AD, it was destroyed for the final time. And that was it. Its glory was gone for good. Let's focus on that second destruction for a second. That fire in 356 BC. It's probably the most shocking part of the whole story. Why? Because it wasn't an act of war. It wasn't a natural disaster. Nope. It was one guy with one very specific and very, very dark reason for doing it. The guy's name was Herostratus. And he wasn't some conquering general or a powerful king. He was just a guy who wanted his name to be remembered forever. And he figured the only way he could pull that off was by destroying something beautiful, something the entire world loved. He wanted to be famous, and he didn't care what it cost. Yeah, his act was so notorious that it actually created a whole new phrase, herostratic fame. It means, that twisted impulse to get famous by destroying something. And here's the crazy part. In a dark way, it worked. Here we are, more than 2,000 years later, talking about him. We're still saying his name. Which brings us right back to where we started, back to the present day. After all that glory, all that art, all the destruction, and that one guy's insane quest for fame, what is actually left today? The difference between then and now is just staggering. What was once a wonder of the entire world is now just a symbol of something that's gone. A place buzzing with worshipers is now a quiet, empty field. That incredible forest of 127 marble columns? Gone. All that's left are some bits of the foundation and, yep, that one single pillar. But in the end, even though the temple itself is gone, The story is still here. It's indestructible. The Temple of Artemis is this powerful symbol of what we as humans are capable of creating. But it's also a pretty stark reminder of just how fragile all of that can be, how it can all be taken down not just by nature or war, but by the ego of one single person. And that leaves us with a really tough question, doesn't it? Herostratus got exactly what he wanted. We remember his name because he destroyed something so incredible. So by telling his story like this, are we just giving him the win he was so desperate for? Or are we actually learning a crucial lesson from it all? What do you think?